Hello and welcome to 20 Days of Calm with Tiffany. This is day one, and firstly, I want to tell you congratulations. Congratulations for being here. Congratulations for watching this video right now. You know you have difficulty managing your emotions, and the fact that you showed up here, you are committed to this journey, already tells a lot about you. It already shows that you have a good heart because you know you have a challenge and you're trying so hard to fix it. People who are bad people do not find a way to fix themselves. They don't find a way to get better. They justify their actions, but you know in your heart that you're a good person and you want to get better, and that's the only reason you decided to join me on this challenge. So firstly, congratulations. We're going to have a lot of exercise. Call this a training session. Your life is about to change for the better. Enough of being tagged of, oh, I have anger issues. No, enough. Because right now, help is here. I used to be like you. I used to have a lot of issues, managing my emotions. I would always go into a state of rage. Every little thing will annoy me, and which is one of the reasons why I decided to go on emotional intelligence journey. When I started to really learn, I thought to myself, why don't I help a lot of people? Why don't I teach people what I know so that they can also live a peaceful life, so that they can understand their emotions better? Because honestly, I believe that when people know better, they actually do better. As you can see, I have my notebook and I have my pen, which means class is in session. So I wish I had a gavel right now, but let's go. Welcome back. Let me introduce myself properly. My name is Tiffany. I am an emotional intelligence coach, which means I teach people how to properly manage their emotions. I also help people heal from their past traumas. I help people, see the light. I help people discover peace. I help people discover their purpose in life. Help you uncover all those things that you think has happened to you and there is no help. Nobody will listen to me. To help people discover their purpose and, like I said, manage their emotions so that their emotions does not control them. Now, let's start with anger. Anger is a very beautiful emotion if we know how to use it. Yes, we have so many emotions. We have fear, we have shame, we have envy, we have jealousy, we have joy, we have happiness, we have embarrassment, we have grief. Emotions are a lot and they are part of us as human beings. When God created us, all of those emotions came with a package. So, firstly, I don't want to I want to do away with them. I don't want to feel angry anymore. That is not what we are doing here. I'm going to be teaching you how to use that emotion of anger the way it is meant to be used, not the way you have been using it. For me to be sure that you're ready for this class, it's going to be for 20 days. So please get a pen, get a book. If you're here, then you need to be, you're already here. You're tuning into this video, you're using data to watch me right now, which means you have to be able to gain everything that is to gain from this class. So don't just watch, don't be distracted. In fact, that brings me to the next thing. Before we officially start this class, before I start to really dive into what anger really is, I need us to do a 30 seconds breathing exercise. And what this does is it's going to bring you to the awareness of yourself. Because a lot of times when we get angry, it's simply because we lose awareness, we lose touch with ourselves, and then we go off. And then when your eyes have cleared, when you have gotten angry and you have done what you want to do, and you have satisfied yourself with the way you shouted and screamed and expressed yourself in a not very satisfying, or not satisfying, because you felt satisfied when you were shouting. When you were upset, you felt satisfied. I know I used to feel really satisfied. I just want to express myself, but in a not so flattering way. I think that's the word. In a non-flattering way, in a bit of a destructive way. Then when you finish with all of that, your eyes clear, that's when you suddenly come to that sense of awareness, like, oh my God, what did I just do? What did I just say? So to bring ourselves fully to our awareness, to be aware of ourselves, we're going to do a breathing exercise. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. Hold for 3 seconds and breathe out. We'll do that 2 more times. In out. You breathe out through your mouth. In, out. So, what this does is to calm your nerves, bring you to the awareness of yourself so that you can learn everything there is to learn in this class. So, now let us begin. A while back, there's a group on WhatsApp that I used to belong to where we make some engagements. And unfortunately, on one of these, I had been very diligent in the group. On one of these days, I had a very busy day and I couldn't engage. And unfortunately, I also couldn't communicate to the admin that I wasn't able to engage. And the next, after I defaulted, she sent me a message, a private message saying, go and do your engagement. And I'm like, no good morning, no greetings, nothing. Just go and do this. Who are you talking to? I got upset. I was angry. And I responded to her and said, that's not how to talk to people. You don't speak to people like that. Do you know who you're talking to? You don't know me. Is it because we're in the same group together? This, and this. I went off. But let me explain something about my reaction. What I felt in that moment was disrespect. I felt disrespected. Why is she talking to me like this? She doesn't know me from anywhere. Why is she disrespecting me? At least have courtesy. No good money. Nothing. You're just talking to me like that. Who do you think you are? So all those things I just said meant one thing. I felt disrespected. The way the disrespect showed up in my body was true anger. The anger was communicating something to me. Now that is the work of our emotions. Our emotions are like a guiding light to tell us what we are feeling and how we're supposed to cope with what we're feeling. We're supposed to use our emotions as a tool for our survival. Tool. Tool. What do you do with a tool? When I'm done with this pencil, do I carry it around? I drop it. I'm done. It has served its purpose. That is what our emotions are supposed to do for us. Are you still in session or are you paying attention? If you're paying attention, I need you to drop I in the comments. Say hi in the comment section so that I know that you're still paying attention. And of course, if when you have questions if you have questions, I'm sure you're going to have a lot of questions for me, even from your personal experience, something that your friend did, something that your boyfriend did, something that your husband did. Follow me on Instagram and send me your personal questions to my Instagram, my requests. Send it to my Instagram. Please don't send me messages on TikTok. Send me the messages on my Instagram and I will address it. I will talk to you personally or I will answer the questions in our next class. Send your questions to my Instagram. Okay, so let's proceed. Emotions are directives, they are our messengers. Did you hear me? Emotions are our messengers. Eh? So how can a messenger be controlling you? Your messenger is now the one dominating and taking over. No. You were supposed to be the one controlling the messenger. Messenger. Send them a message. They give you a message on how you're supposed to react. Not that they're not supposed to control you and tell you, oh yeah, do like this. They are giving you a message. You are now saying, okay, based on this message that you are giving me right now, okay, for some of us that have house helps or caregivers, sorry, because I don't like call it, I think house help is very derogatory. I think it's demeaning, so I call them caregivers. But some of us that have caregivers, when they come and give you a message, are they the ones that will give you instruction on how to behave, or you give them instruction on how to behave? That is how emotions are. What we need to now do in this day one, this is just day one, there's a lot to unpack. My goodness, so much to learn. And I need to congratulate you again for joining this class because this is it. You need to start getting specific with what you are feeling. I feel disrespected. Now, we need to be very careful with labels because a lot of times when you say I am angry, no. When you use the word am, you have embodied the emotion. You're not saying the emotion has controlled me. I am this. When you say I am Jumoke, that is your name. So imagine you say I am angry. You have not said your entire you is now nothing else but the emotion of anger. Is that correct? No. This day one, the first thing you're going to be doing is changing your vocabulary. I feel, not I am. That's the first step. You are how many years old right now? You're watching me, and you have felt this way all your life. You've always been you've always reacted, you've always lashed out. And some of you are expecting me to give you one quick antidote on how to stop getting upset in one day. Calm down. One of the first tests that you are following this class and you're ready to do major work on yourself is the patience you will start to inculcate in your personality right now. You're going to commit to this growth for 20 days because you are not a quitter. You're going to commit to this 20 days of journey with patience to learn and listen to what I am saying carefully. And one of the issues that we also have as human beings that we don't listen properly. Because when we listen to understand, when we listen with the intention to understand, we will not react some of the things that we react to. But a lot of times we listen to respond. He said this to me, so I have to say this to them. I understand that you're not a bad person. You're just defending yourself. But you're going to follow this class for 20 days. And after the 20 days, if you think you still need much help, contact me. We're going to arrange a one-on-one coaching session with you. Another thing I want you to also realize is that anger isn't always a sign of destruction. It's a sign of care. You want to know how I'm aware that you have a beautiful heart? It's because I know that anger is not always about destruction. It shows you care. You care enough to react about the situation. That is why you're lashing out. Some of you, when you get upset, when you're angry, you even start crying. That's how soft your heart is. Because I don't want to feel like this. Why are people making me feel like this? Trust me, I used to be you. I used to understand. I used to cry when I'm angry. Because I can't expect that. I have a good heart. Why are people treating me like this? I have a very soft heart. I want everybody to do well. Why are people behaving like this towards me? Why? And I'll cry and shout and scream and lash out, hoping that people will understand that I don't want this to happen. My dear, life does not work like that. When you're like that, people will take advantage of you. When you're like that, when you can be controlled easily by your emotions, it means that you can easily be manipulated. First thing I said, name your emotions properly. What do you actually feel? You see, this pen and paper should be your best friend for these 20 days. Immediately you start feeling something, so run and go and look for your paper and write. I feel disrespected. I feel, remember I said no longer I am. It is now I feel, because it is a feeling. And feelings, what? They come and go. That's why when you finish lashing out, you start wanting to keep quiet, because the feelings have now gone. Okay? I'm going to make these videos very short so that it's easy for you to digest and you can always come back to watch. And please make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to my channel so that it can also keep me going. I can also feel encouraged to keep making these videos. So please subscribe, send it to your friend or someone that you know also can benefit from me, that has anger issues and they can really benefit from this. I'm going to be uncovering a lot for these 20 days. Trust me, there's a whole lot to anger. There's a whole lot. So just sit tight. This is only day one. We've only just started. So I'm going to be giving you an assessment. And number one, write down a moment you got angry. Write it with pen and paper. Be disciplined enough. You want change, right? You have to be willing to do the work for change. Write down a moment you got angry and tell me two other emotions that you felt aside from anger. Name, like you heard what I said, felt. Two more emotions that you felt the moment that issue, that scenario happened. And tell me what you felt. Did you feel disrespected? Did you feel like you were being taken advantage of? Did you feel like you were being shamed? Did you feel like you were being embarrassed? Did you feel like the person was not listening to you? Did you feel like you were not seen? Did you feel like the person was not paying attention to you? Did you feel neglected? Write down these things. That is your assessment for today. Write it down. In tomorrow's class, comment in the section or send me a private message on Instagram and tell me what you realized while you were writing those things. Something you realized that you didn't understand when you were angry, but you realized it while you were writing. Send it to me. Before we go, I want us to have a quick affirmation session. Say to yourself, put your hand on your chest and say to yourself, I am not my reactions. I respond with wisdom. I am grounded and safe. I am allowed to feel and grow. I can't wait to make the video for tomorrow. I'm very excited about this. Thank you for connecting. Thank you for committing to change, and congratulations once again for being here. For 20 days, we'll feel the emotion of anger when something happens, but we're not going to react out of character. We're not going to lose our calm. We're going to address that situation like a pro. We're going to be in a place of peace and address issues that are meant to shake us. This is your safe space to grow and learn.